Hi everyone, welcome! In this video, I'm gonna share my tips on how to be a saint in the new Ponape Secret Realm instance. I will share to you my stats, skills, runes, gears, and cards, and how to set up for the instance. Firstly, for my stats, I set Dex at 84, just enough to instant cast my main skills. Then I max out my int and fit for max SP and HP. The rest of the points you can put anywhere you want. Next, here are my skills. It's up to you where you put the points, but I recommend including Kyrie, a shield to protect you and a friend. In your priest skills, definitely get Resurrection, to revive your friends. Asper is also useful if your DPS needs more holy damage. Here are my recommended High Priest skills, and here are my Archbishop skills. I highly recommend maxing out Collusio Heal, which is like heal but for everyone around you. Epic Lessus is great too if you need to revive many people at once. Song is like Kyrie, but one cast shields everyone in your party, so max that out too. And of course, if your DPS uses Holy Attack, you can cast a ratio on the dragon. Last but not least, the most important skill, Faith Pray. This gives your DPS immunity for about 9 seconds. This skill is very useful and it would be even better if you can get the rune for it. So here are my runes. Honestly, the most important rune is Blessing Rune. Getting 3rd line for this rune means that you can click Faith Pray on your DPS and still run around. Next up are my gears and cards. Here are my recommended equips. You don't need to have them at plus 15, plus 10 is fine too. You can use any cards you feel like really, but I recommend RGOP card in the armor slot and handbook because it gives you bonus 50% resist and lower poison damage. For Garmet, I recommend Jack card in Garmet slot and handbook too, since it can help reduce fire damage by 20%, and sometimes you get a bit of HP back too. For headwear, I really recommend Pouring Sleeping Hat, which basically can give you a second life if you almost die. The only downside is you will get sleepy, so I recommend using GF card to avoid the sleeping effect. You can also use Fiery Devaruchi card if you want to avoid getting burned in the instance. This card doesn't always work for me though, so I still prefer GF card. Now to get ready for the instance. My prepare for elite skills are as follows. Once you're in the instance, your main skills are Prepare for Elites, Song, Lucio Heal, Rezu, and Boulder's Aria, which is a 4th drop skill to revive yourself. Finally, here are some mechanics for this instance. If you see this symbol, this means you're immune to fire damage. This means you can stand on the fireballs and let them explode so that they won't bother the DPS. And vice versa. This symbol means you're immune to poison damage, so stand on the poison balls and don't let them bother your party. If you see these 4 circles, time your Boulder's Aria skill so that you can survive the blast no matter where you are. At the same time, try to Faith Pray your DPS so they can be safe too. Last but not least, avoid these burning circles. And that's it for this guide. Hope it was useful for you. Leave a like if it was, and thank you for watching.